The big three American automakers have always offered a wide range of big trucks, but once upon a time, there was also a wide variety of small trucks. The late 80s Chevy S-10, Dodge's old Dakota, the GMC Sonoma, and even Jeep's Comanche come to mind. But these days, it's clearly a competition to see who can go biggest. Fun fact, back in 1992, a full-size F-150 regular cab was 197 inches long. Today, the midsize 2024 Ford Ranger is 211 inches long. Ram doesn't even offer a midsize pickup truck anymore. Have you seen a 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500? If the purpose of a truck is to tower over everything else on the road, modern heavy-duty American pickup trucks are killing it. What's the point? The point is that pickup truck makers have lost their way. Well, except for the blue oval, that is. Before we get to why Ford is kicking keister and taking names in the newly cool compact pickup truck market, would you kindly click the subscribe button below? Everyone here at Motor Rhythm thanks you. Back in 2021, Ford learned something about the American consumer. That being that not everyone wants a $97,000 F-250 measuring 22 feet long, tipping the scales at over 7,000 pounds, with a 500-horse 6.7-liter turbo diesel V8 turned up to 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Turns out, American consumers were thirsty for something at the other end of the scale. Literally. The 2021 Ford Maverick was the antithesis of typical American pickup trucks, mainly being small and fuel-efficient, two criteria no other pickup on the market could claim then or now. That's because somehow only Ford has figured out this modern compact pickup truck formula. In the 4 years since it debuted, neither Chevy nor Ram has managed to build a competitor, not to mention Toyota or Nissan. And now, for 2025, the heavily refreshed Ford Maverick is poised to continue its dominance of this automotive segment. Style in spades. In 2025, there are very few vehicles on the market that come with steel wheels. Those that do, like a base model Toyota Corolla, hide these Econobox roots behind even chintzier-looking plastic hubcaps. But not so for the Ford Maverick. It rocks those 17 inches with sparkle silver painted style. Dig it. Not your jam? Get a load of the black finished alloys with orange accents, or on the Tremor, or oversized 19s on the Lariat. Then there's the absolutely killer Lobo, an all-new variant for 2025, but that style-packed pickup gets its own discussion later on. And for this new model year, Ford has applied a fresh front end to the Maverick. There's a more scooped-out transition from the bumper to the grille, the headlights pick up a darkened bezel, and on top-spec models, a snazzy signature LED running lamp design. It's a tiny towing powerhouse. Can the 2025 Ford Maverick compete with its mammoth stablemates like the F-350 when it comes to towing? Of course not. But not everybody needs the ability to tow 27,000 pounds. Some might be happy with a 4,000-pound rating, enough to pull a couple of jet skis to the lake or lug a weekend camper around. With a $745 4K tow package, the Maverick can do just that. This package brings must-have features like a trailer brake controller, a transmission oil cooler, a beefier radiator, and an upgraded cooling fan. But new for 2025, Ford makes its cutting-edge towing technology systems available on the Maverick. Pro Trailer Hitch Assist uses the rear-facing camera and outboard radars to match the hitch up with the trailer coupler. It does this trick while handling throttle, braking, and steering for you, and stops with the two perfectly aligned. Maverick, take the wheel. Once it's hooked up, you can tap into the Pro Trailer Backup Assist feature. Using a console-mounted dial, steering in reverse is as easy as turning that dial in the direction you want to go. Will this completely prevent boat ramp backup fails from showing up on YouTube? No, but it will certainly help. The Maverick is miserly with fuel. How is it in this day and age of increasing demand for more fuel-efficient cars that vehicles like the 2025 Ford Maverick Hybrid aren't all over American roads? That's a loaded question, but here are a couple of interesting facts. The Ford F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle, car, truck, SUV, or otherwise, here in the States for just about 50 years. And for 2024, the commonly seen F-150 XLT Crew Cab with the crowd favorite Coyote 5.0 V8 earns a combined 19 miles per gallon. Yikes. What about the F-250, F-350, and the rest of the heavy-duty lineup from Chevy and Ram? They're so enormous that the US EPA doesn't even bother to measure fuel efficiency. But according to Fuely.com, which pulls from owner-reported data, the F-250 averages just 13 miles per gallon. Double yikes. Enter the Ford Maverick in hybrid trim. It's rated for 42 miles per gallon around town, 33 on the highway, and 37 combined. Very impressive, and clearly very highly sought after, as according to GoodCarsBadCars.net, the Maverick has increased its sales volume every year since it arrived. More than 100,000 have already been sold in 2024 so far. Need a bit more power? The traditional gas-powered Maverick Maverick isn't exactly a slouch in the fuel economy department, with a rating of up to 26 miles per gallon combined. It can roam off-road. New for 2025, the Maverick Tremor becomes a standalone model. Previously offered as an optional package, the Tremor nameplate brings real off-road chops to the Maverick. First off, the suspension is lifted 1 inch over stock and features unique springs at both ends. A heavy-duty transmission oil cooler and upgraded half shafts are added to ensure this Maverick can handle the extra punishment. A front skid plate is fitted, and the orange-accented 17-inch wheels get wrapped in all-terrain rubber. The front bumper is unique to the Tremor and helps give it an approach angle of 30.7 degrees. For reference, the base Maverick has a 20.6-degree approach angle. Not bad for a compact truck-based off-roader. Around back, the Maverick in Tremor spec gets an advanced all-wheel drive system featuring a twin-clutch rear drive unit. It offers a rear differential lock feature and is capable of pushing nearly all available rear axle torque to the left or right side rear wheel. And that's not all. Ford fits its fancy trail control technology on these Tremor models. With it, drivers can set a speed and let the truck manage throttle and braking, while the driver manages steering. Think of it like low-speed cruise control with an emphasis on navigating tricky off-road conditions. The Lobo. Perhaps the most exciting news around the updated 2025 Ford Maverick is the arrival of an all-new trim line, the Lobo. Said to be inspired by lowered street trucks that saw a peak in popularity on U.S. roads throughout the 90s, this particular Maverick has serious swagger. Unlike the Tremor, the Lobo gets a lowered suspension, half an inch up front and 1.1 inches out back. The on-road tuned setup sports top mounts from the Mustang Mach-E and rear dampers from none other than the Maverick Tremor. The Kuga from Ford's European arm donates the performance-tuned steering rack used in the Lobo, and the Bronco Sport lends its twin-clutch rear drive unit for the all-wheel drive-only Lobo. But only this street-style variant gets the exclusive Lobo Drive mode. When activated, a torque vectoring system comes online ready to push all available twists to the outside rear wheels. Meanwhile, the stability control system gets turned way down. In other words, the Lobo is ready for some rear-wheel drive style oversteering antics. Ford is careful to note this drive mode is only for use on a closed course, of course. The European Focus ST shares its front brakes with the Lobo, which means larger front rotors, high-friction pads, and dual-piston front calipers. All these chassis, suspension, and braking upgrades hook up with the Maverick Lobo's most striking change from stock. Big 19-inch turbofan-style wheels finished in black, looking every bit the part of the mid-90s Ford Escort RS Cosworth Rally Hero with Oz Racing rims. They really drive up the swerve of the Maverick Lobo. The monochromatic paint job with black badging, a black painted roof, and Lobo fender badges is just the cherry on top. Inside, the street vibe continues for the Lobo with a graffiti-inspired overprint on the seat upholstery. The front seats feature embossed Lobo logos and get a load of that contrast stitching. A combination of grabber blue and electric lime, it extends to the steering wheel and looks quite nice. And let's not forget all the technology. Like every 2025 Maverick, the Lobo comes with a big 13.2-inch landscape-oriented infotainment touchscreen. It replaces the old 8-inch unit and now comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Those who want all the bells and whistles should opt for the Maverick Lobo in high spec. This configuration brings heated front seats, a heated steering wheel, an acoustic laminated windshield, and a power sliding rear window. And then there's the wireless phone charging pad, the 8-speaker audio system from Bang & Olufsen, the connected navigation, and the 400-watt power inverter. The hits keep coming with a moonroof, a surround view monitor, ambient cabin lighting, and dual-zone automatic climate control. Now, all this added fanciness obviously drives up the price. A fully loaded 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo will set you back a bit more than $42,000. That makes it the priciest of all Maverick models and a far cry from the trademark affordability of the sub-$28,000 base model. Is it worth the extra outlay? We certainly think so, but that's a subjective thing. The good news for would-be 2025 Maverick buyers is that there is no shortage of choices. From the steel-wheeled back to Basics XL entry model to the sub-$30,000 XLT with its available FX4 off-road package, budget-minded buyers have good options. The $38,000 Maverick Lariat turns up the luxury with a power-adjustable driver's seat, signature LED headlamps, adaptive cruise control, and evasive steering assist. Then there's the off-road-ready Tremor and the ritzy new Lobo. So yeah, Ford has doubled down on Maverick production with something for just about everyone. Evidently, it's been working so far, as the Detroit automaker reports that 60% of new Maverick buyers are leaving other brands to come over to Blue Oval dealerships. We can't blame them. The 2025 Maverick is one of the coolest trucks on the market right now. Will the rest of the American automotive industry decide to get on board this compact pickup truck train? Who knows? Even if they did, we'd be looking at the Maverick, specifically a new Lobo in Oxford white, because that tuxedo vibe is just too hard to pass up.